All right, friends, we have a package, which means another exciting print review of some sort. These are, I'm feeling pretty jazzed up here today. See this? I'm not a huge runner. This morning, I decided, I woke up a little extra early. Actually, I've been shifting my schedule from being a night owl over to more of a morning person. Just some shifts taking place and so forth. But anyway, this morning I decided, I'm gonna go for a run. Now, if you know me, while I am very active in a gym, I'm not built for running. So me getting out running, it's all about it's not trying, it's just getting the blood moving and so forth. So this morning I decided I'm gonna go for a run because I did miss the gym yesterday and I wasn't paying attention. And so I head out and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and little did I even think about, it's like 42 degrees outside. It was darn cold. I went out with high aspirations of that I was going to run 3 or 4 miles, and I think maybe I went like a mile. It was so darn cold, but that woke me up. And I know many of you in the Northeast, you're thinking, hey, Alex, 42, that is beach weather. Well, out here in California, it is pretty darn cold. Okay, let's get on to this print. Now, this is from Artbeat Studios, if I can crack this thing open here. So, look, if this is your first review of this nature that you've seen from us, let me give you the speed as far as what's going to happen. I'm going to crack this print open here. I'm going to share with you A to Z, from the packaging to the print, the frame, literally A to Z about it. And you may agree with me, you may not, but ultimately the whole premise behind this is if you decide to go out there and buy a print from Artbeat Studios, and I'm sure this is a metal print inside of here, the point is you're going to have a good idea as far as what your dollar's going to get you. So we're going to crack this sucker open. Hopefully I'm not cutting into the print. I've been doing these reviews for 6 years now, and knock on wood, I have not yet done that. Okay, Artbeat Studios, here we go. All right, so right off the get-go, we have a handful of stickers here, okay, and we have, let's see, 3 layers of these, Caleb.
Poppets.
Yeah, these are, you have a whole sheet of poppets. I repeat it over and over again, bubble pops, or I put my son on the screen here of him calling, what he called these things a few years back. Okay. Right from there, we have the print is in here, and oh yeah, that's right, I remember how these guys ship. So the box is, look, it's not the heaviest box, but it doesn't necessarily need to be the heaviest box when you see how they have this thing shipped right here. Okay, so box, whatever, nothing special. This is where the magic for a print like this really comes in handy. You can see they have it mounted on, dang, that looks like a 1/4-inch birch wood right there, or something or another. It's a plywood. So it is, the reason why this is important, if you look at the photo, is recessed right in the center of the print. That is important. So this is going to take side impacts. It's going to take right on the front there, and obviously you had those multiple layers of the bubble wrap on the back there. So that's going to keep this print nice and safe. Why did I put the knife away? Because I need it for this. Okay, so, and as I've said over and over again, this is super important because this time of the year especially, a lot of the shipping companies have their seasonal drivers out there, and they are drop kicking your package from where it came from to, I don't know why I knocked it, but I'm gonna go with it because it worked with it. And I keep putting the knife away even though I need it. Okay, so here we see we have another, oh, I remember this print. Super cool. Okay, so we see we have another foam wrapping, another added layer of protection for this print here. Now, let's see, what is going to be the safest way to crack into this thing here? So many of you know, I've reviewed Artbeat, they won Best Metal Print for a number of years. These guys really do a fantastic job with their prints. And so like anything else, we're constantly, so this one right here, this print right here, let me look at my notes. So this is a white gloss, black aluminum frame. Okay, so we have a cleat hanger on this one here. So this could be like anything, we're constantly redoing reviews with companies, and this is another prime example of just that. Okay, cool. I think I am officially done with the knife. I can put that away. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Set that down there. Again, you have that foam insert going all the way around it. Right off the get-go, oh yeah, look at that. You have a little care package with the hanging hardware. Oh, excellent. This is such a cool shot. You know, let's get the lights reflection, or the reflection out of it there. So this was just done 3-4 weeks ago. My son and I went to bowling, as you probably can imagine, and I saw this kind of winged looking thing with the bowling pin right there. I thought it made a pretty cool shot. So utilizing this, and one of the first things that I'm looking for right here is, like always, I'm looking to see for any anomalies in the paint. Anomalies by the paint can be created by a number of things. If the heads on the printer that they're using are not cleaned properly, or it's mucked up, or this or that, which is pretty much the same thing, you're going to get some artifacts and some wackiness, aka anomalies, into your print there. One of the first things that I'm noticing with this print right here is just the depth of the colors with this. And I'm gonna shift over. Many of you know I'm a car guy, so you go into like an old classic. You see an old classic where somebody has just taken the time and love to really put one heck of a paint job on it. And that paint job looks like you could fall right into the paint. And this print here, the colors on this, particularly the reds up here and the darks down here, it feels like you could almost fall right into it. Now, I don't see any visible noise. And one thing I do want to point out, this was taken with an iPhone 15. So I think the photo has turned out, now this was just a little glow from the photo itself. But man, this looks absolutely fantastic. Now, what I'm doing next is I'm running my fingers around the side. And many of you are saying, yeah, we can see that. But what you might not know why I'm doing this is, in which I don't recommend, because I have had some prints, metal prints, where the sides are kind of like a sawtooth, jagged and so forth. And so it's interesting to see the level of care that a company will put into their prints as they're sending it out. Do they take the time and kind of round off the edges so it's not sharp? And that's the case with this here. There have been prints that we've reviewed in the past where the edges were just, it was jagged. And so, yeah, not a good thing. Okay, so now let's flip this over. You have, these guys always carry, send you a little care package with the little instructions on how to use it. There's a little level inside of there and 4 screws, although you will not need all 4 screws for a small photo like this. But it's nice because it makes hanging this on a wall much easier. And with that style of a hanging hardware, you have a little bit of breathing room. So if you need to kind of move it around and so forth, you can do so. Those cleats really hold on to our print, even if it's off-centered a little bit as you're hanging on the wall and you need to move it around. Now, one of the first things that I'm noticing right here, you can see the Chromolux batch that is etched into the back of the metal. And obviously that is the tip of the sword when it comes to quality metal that these companies print on. And now one of the first things I'm doing in the back here is I'm inspecting the corners, because these guys, they're using a metal print.
What did you say?
Frames, right? Did I say metal print? Metal frame is what I'm referring to. They're going with a metal frame. And unlike wood frames, you know, look, if your jig is off a little bit, it's a little bit more forgiving. You can sand it down and get it in there. Not saying that you can't do it with metal, but it is a little bit more difficult, I've found, to get a very tight corners, and that is what these folks have accomplished right here. Oh, you know what? I think they're going with different. Oh no, it is still. I didn't see the AMS because it, as I've noticed over the years, AMS is my initials, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Made in USA. I'll tell you one thing, the back of this print looks absolutely incredible. Let's get rid of that tape there. Ah, crap. Now it's stuck to my finger. Okay, boom. Okay, alrighty, so the back of this looks absolutely fantastic. The front looks absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm telling you, and this is one of a great example of, look, if you are a professional photographer out there and you are drop shipping to a client, everything that we just covered here is very important. Even the back of something like this, and you may say, some may say, hey, why do we care how the back of it looks? It's gonna be mounted up against the wall. Well, the one thing I wish they did put on here were those little rubber knobs there, but then again, with that style cleat, it's gonna be hanging off the wall to begin with, but I still like it on the back of a print. But as I was saying, when you're drop shipping out to a client, this now becomes a representation of who you are as a professional. So the curb appeal with this, again, it's an extension of who you are. So these guys really do an incredible job. And I know, memory serves me correct, how we learned of Artbeat years back was just the professional community. Many of you have, at the end of each of my videos, what do I say? If there's a print or if there's a company that you want us to test out and so forth, let us know. We had a number of professionals that had shared with us Artbeat. And you can clearly see why. These guys never skip a beat, and this is great representation of incredible printing. So let's take a look at the scorecard for Artbeat Studios. Boom, 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 just like that. Another print review from the folks over at Artbeat Studios. Now, friends, it is that time of the video where I'm gonna start dialing down a little bit here. If there is a company, as I mentioned a moment ago, if there's a company that you would like to see us review or a print that you would like to see us, whether it's canvas, acrylic, metal, let us know down in the comments. If there's any questions with regards to this print from Artbeat Studios that you had, again, let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get an answer to you. But friends, that is it. Oh, and incidentally, for more information on Artbeat Studios, man, I'm telling you, I was excited today. I will put a link down below, or there's probably one already underneath me right now. But friends, that is it. As always, it's fantastic to see you, and I will see you in the next video.